After 5 days of traveling and 600 kilometers of driving since we left Islamabad, we were more than happy to wake up in Karimabad. We would start the day visiting historic Baltit Fort, and then check out the other fort in town, Altit. Next, we would visit the ancient village of Ganesh. Lastly, we would end the day by taking in the sunset and views from Eagle Viewpoint. After breakfast in a pleasant outdoor cafe, we made our way by foot to the historic district of Karimabad. This historic district is very tourist-friendly, with winding paths, small shops selling local goods, and restaurants tucked in every corner. The foundations of Baltit Fort date back to 700 years ago, with the history of the fort at this site dating back to the 8th century. In the 16th century, a local prince married a Balti princess, who brought her own craftsmen as part of the dowry, resulting in the Balti and Tibetan architecture of the structure today. Baltit Fort is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the Aga Khan Trust is responsible for preserving many historic sites in the region, with the full support of the local Ismaili population. Today, the building operates as a museum, containing the belongings of royals past, as well as regular people from the area.
वेल फोर्ट या एरिया से तो कहीं कंसर्न नहीं है इसका जो फर्स्ट राइट वर्ल्ड मैप है ये एक वर्ल्ड मैप है लैटिन लैंग्वेज में 13th सेंचुरी का वर्ल्ड मैप है लैटिन लैंग्वेज में और जो सेंटर में और सामने एक दरवाज़ा नज़र आएगा आपने नाम सुना होगा इमरजेंसी एग्जिट डोर का जिसे खुफिया रास्ता कहते हैं जब भी बादशाह के लिए खतरा हो इधर से वो एज इमरजेंसी एग्जिट कहते थे ये जाके लास्ट फोर्ट के कोने में निकलता है डिस्प्ले में रखे हैं कुछ इस तरफ मेटल के हैं सेंटर में स्टोन के और बैक ऊपर कुछ लकड़ी के हैं लास्ट राइट कोने में देखें वो कद्दू के बर्तन है पंपकिन जिसके अंदर पानी स्टोर करने के लिए यूज करते थे पहले आपको पता होगा कद्दू पंपकिन के मोर देन 26 टाइप्स होते हैं क्योंकि ये एक टाइप स्पेशली चाइना कश्मीर से लाते थे पानी स्टोर करने के लिए और जिसके साथ में सिलेंडर शेप का खड़ा है उसमें पहले जमाने में पाक के नुस्खे हैं एक 17 दूसरे 18 सेंचुरी के हैंड रिटन कुरान पाक के नुस्खे हैं अगर आप देखना चाहते हैं तो जाते हैं तो आप आगे जाके देख सकते हैं
The tour was extremely well put together, and our guide was phenomenal. It was a great way for us to better understand the history and the culture of the local area, and how it isn't an exaggeration to say that Hunza was the meeting place of many different civilizations. If you ever find yourself in Karimabad, I highly recommend saving some time to take this tour and visit Baltit Fort. It's well worth it. Hunza is particularly known for its fruit, and we made sure to grab some juice as we enjoyed the walk back down so that we could meet our own guide and driver to head to Altit Fort on the other side of town.
Cooking pot of Datera, which locally we call them balosh, metamorphic stone. When we go to relation with China, then stone were replaced with the metal. When we go to relation with the Kashmir, the such a things came through this route. Instead of using downside the Silk Route, it was too lengthy, so people of this area tried to shortcut after 14 days.
Altit Fort is actually the older of the two that dominate this valley. It was the original home of the rulers of Hunza, the Mirs, and the structure is around 1,100 years old. It was fascinating to learn the history of the local peoples too, and how Karimabad hosts many different tribes and clans with extremely different histories, some from China, other from the steppes, and even some from as far away as Greece and Rome. Though not in as good condition as Baltit, Altit Fort was still very fun to visit and offered some great views too. Since getting to Hunza, both our guide and our driver had gotten visibly more comfortable since they were both from Gilgit-Baltistan themselves. While we were at Altit Fort, our guide Fida Saab took some time to show us how the local items are used in homes to this day.
इसमें से आटा लाता था
अच्छा
तो
ये
स्टोर में जाता था
जी
स्टोर में जाके इसको ऐसे आटा लाता था ये
अच्छा
इस तरह की जो वुड बॉक्स में हम
चाय
आग
को
की
गरम
वजह से ये
रखते हैं।
चाय गरम रखते हैं
अच्छा ये तो अभी भी चाहिए हमें
और इसको हम समुआर कहते हैं ये तो पॉट है वो हमारे गांव में मेरे घर में भी जब दीवार है कमरे की तो इस शेप में बनता था हम जो बालों इसको फली कहते हैं
फली?
फली
फली
ये स्पॉट करते हैं बीम के लिए काला में
अच्छा।
बीम का स्पॉटर है
From Altit, we descended to the bottom of the valley to the village of Ganesh, the oldest settlement along the Silk Road. Ganesh means gold in the language of the local Burusho people, and is known for its incredibly well-preserved 500-year-old walls, homes, and mosques. The architecture of the village reflects its heritage of being at the crossroads of the Islamic, Greek, Chinese, and Persian empires.
क्योंकि वो खौफजदा रहते थे कि हमारी कमजोरियों का लोगों को पता नहीं चले हमारी सिटीजनशिप चेंज किया हुआ बस
Tired from a busy day of touring, our last stop was to one of the highest points in Karimabad, Eagle's Nest. There, we could enjoy the sunset and stunning views of Hunza Valley before calling it a day and getting some rest.
I always pan left to right. I think it's because I'm right-handed.
Could be.
तो इधर से गुजर के जब चाइना जाते थे तो ये जब इसको ये नजर आया खुंज रॉक पे तो उसने अपना नाम इसको देकर फिर पूरे